Hey everyone, I'm Nick and welcome to the channel. As you may already know, I like to work on cars, and one of the tools I keep in my arsenal for that is an obd2 scanner because it can tell me which system has an issue, kind of point me in the right direction if I'm noticing problems with the car, or it can even help me work on specific jobs with resets and other things like that. Now this is the TOPDON ArtiDiag 600 Pro, which is a step up from basic scanners that just give you a code. So it has more functionality and universal compatibility. So let's check it out. It's got a nice carrying case already. And here we've got the device itself. Nice size, nice rugged feel. Kind of a rubberized surround. Oh, it's battery powered too. Now some of these are just powered over OBD2. This is not. It has a USB-C port right here and our connector for the OBD2 cable. So we've got a good length of cable right here. Our plug with the screwing locks. We've got a USB cable to charge it, so you can just use this in your same charger as your phone. Just plug it in, keep this charged. And a little user guide. Let's see, it's touchscreen too. Got our little navigation buttons here. That's where we are. It's got Wi-Fi too to update. All right, let's see. So there's some updates. We'll just take care of those right now. Now while this is updating, let me tell you about some of the maintenance functions that this includes. So it has things like oil reset, DPF reset, SRS reset, SAS reset, ABS bleeding, brake reset, injector coding, battery matching, and throttle relearn. So all convenient things to have. It can also show you live data, and it should automatically detect the VIN on your car, so you don't have to go through menus and enter the VIN in yourself. Now some other specs. This has 32 gigs of onboard memory. It's running Android 11 and has a 3,350 milliamp hour battery. All right, so we're in, we're updated, and we're ready to go. So on our main screen, we've got diagnostics, OBD2, IM, maintenance, update, battery voltage, library history, mall, and user info. And to start, we're gonna make an account. So I'm gonna take care of that. Logged into my account, and we have some updates. So let's take a quick look. This is by vehicle make, so I'm gonna enter a couple that I have that I'm gonna test this on. If you've watched the channel before, Mercedes, Mini, and Land Rover are ones I'm gonna use the most often. So let's do Mini. It's gonna update BMW as well because Mini is a sub-brand of BMW. And we're gonna look for some other things. As you can see, there's a lot of options. We're gonna do Land Rover. We're gonna do Mercedes. And you know what, we'll do Infiniti as well. If you're in Europe, you're covered too with Peugeot. You even got Proton, Sanyo, Tata, everything. It's really many brands. So lots of options. So we're gonna let that run as well. All right, so I got everything updated and we're good. You can update all the other brands that you're gonna need. I'm just gonna do the ones I'm gonna use and we can start looking around. So in our user info menu, we've got our firmware updates, system update, and software uninstalled menus. We've got more settings here, like time and date, storage, unit preferences. You can put in metric or imperial. And here we go. Then over here in maintenance, we have all of our special functions like oil reset, throttle, electronic parking brake, steering, ABS, DPF, TPMS, BMS, and injector coding. So that's all right here. Now for the rest, we're gonna have to test it in a car. So let's get this plugged in. And now let's go test this out in a car to see it in action. This is my 2005 Mini Cooper S, and that's why I downloaded the BMW update. So let's get in there, get our TOPDON, and scan it. All right, so we're gonna plug this in to our OBD2 port, right there. All right, so now that we're connected down at the OBD2 port, you can see our little VCI icon has a green check mark. That means we're connected. So we can go into diagnostics. We can look by VIN here, auto VIN. Oh, geez, the battery's a little low. I might put it on the charger. That's because my alternator died and I haven't driven it since I replaced the alternator. We are looking at Mini. That looks right. Let me check. Yep, that's right. That is right. All right, so now that we're connected, let's go to auto scan and we'll do a full system scan. Auto scan right here. And we'll go through the whole thing. So it's gonna work through every module and we'll see anything it has to say. Whoa, it's already done. Okay, let's see. ABS system. Read DTCs. These seem like they're all stored faults. As we can see, so there's a couple things in here should probably look into. Electric power steering. Voltage supply, yeah, that's what I thought. Since the battery voltage got low when the alternator failed, that causes a lot of issues in cars like these. So we'll clear everything. It's gonna reread. The indicator lights come on your dash. Okay, now we only have 2 left. Okay, high beams. It's interesting because they're definitely working, so I'll have to look into that as well. So now if we go to hot functions, we can take a look at some other things. So you do oil reset, throttle adaptation, SCS reset, and ABS bleed. So if I ever need to service the brakes or do a more involved brake job, I can use this function to bleed the ABS module so there's no air bubbles stuck in there, because air in the lines is pretty easy to get out, but inside the ABS pump you do have to run the pump using a specific procedure, and this allows you to do that, which is very convenient. Now if we exit this, we go to home. Let's look at IM. So IM is kind of a quick checklist. So you can see if you're gonna pass your emissions test. So here, DTCs aren't gonna be an issue, no misfires, fuel system's good, catalyst is good, evap, and O2 sensor. So these are what are usually checked when you get your vehicle inspected. So that is good. Check our battery voltage here. You can watch it in real time, which is convenient if you're looking for anything like that. We've got our maintenance functions that we saw earlier, and OBD2 and EOBD2 here. So this menu is another way to check your codes. I would say the diagnostics option is the best one because it's going to look at results that are, more specific to your car, as we just saw. But it's also a fallback if you want. See, no codes, monitors, okay, see, yep. And in here, you have live data. So you can see, so right here, engine coolant temperature is 46.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Intake manifold pressure, and all this will change in real time when your car is running. So now if we go back to diagnostics, we can also access all of that. Now, when we're in our diagnostics menu here, we can go straight into the module. So here we're going to go into the engine module, and you can look at data stream right here. So data stream is going to be, well, there's a lot of things in here. Throttle module, let's see, lots of information. Pedal, travel, sensor. See, yep. So right here, where you can get really specific, we've got pedal sensor angle values in here as I push and release the gas pedal. This is the throttle angle in the engine bay, the actual valve that lets air in. And so you'll be able to see that. Your general, I guess. Alternator load, battery voltage, brake light switch. See, pressing the brakes, active, not active. Get coolant temperature, engine is off. As we get a lot of information in here. So if we go up to, we go back to our throttle module, let's take a look at our pedal travel, as we can graph it. So you can choose any value you want. You can see here as I push down on the pedal, release it, push it again, it graphs it. So if you're monitoring engine temperature, say where you've bled your cooling system and you're not sure about it yet, you can run the car, have this plugged in, and track the engine temperature. So you could follow it up as the car warms up, maybe see how it behaves once it reaches the temperature, the fan turns on, and you can make sure everything's working. You could also look at your transmission data. If you have an automatic transmission, you may need to top it up at a specific temperature range. So this would allow you to do that as well. So it's very convenient. Now let's go test this out in a different car that's outside so we can start up the engine and see real-time data that way. And while we're at it, we'll also check the check engine light that just showed up recently. I think I know what it is, but it'll be good to get confirmation. Now let's test it in my Range Rover. So let's get this open, we'll plug it in. Find our OBD2 port. There we go. All right, go to diagnostics. We'll switch over to VIN right here. Auto VIN. Yeah, right. That's correct. We'll do auto scan. Engine off, yep. This is going really fast. This is actually quite a quick scanner, which is very nice. All right, let's see, PCM. Intermittent catalyst system efficiency below threshold. This is what's causing my check engine light. So that's good to know. I already knew that. TCM. I'm gonna guess this one's low voltage. We're gonna find out. Yep. Voltage unstable. So we'll clear everything. For now that we checked our codes, let's go to our powertrain. We're gonna go to our live data and we'll start the truck and monitor some stuff. Okay, so we have a lot of things here. So let's monitor engine coolant temperature. You can also monitor engine oil temperature. You know what, we'll monitor both of those. And then we'll start the car. So now if we scroll around, we can check on our coolant temperature. See, that's climbing as the engine warms up. Our oil temperature probably climb a little slower. And we can monitor any other thing that we can see. So engine speed, see here in real time, 1100 RPM. This will drop down once the engine's warmed up a bit. So you just drop down from 1100 to 700. And record here actually allows you to screen record what you're seeing so you can monitor things and save that. So if you notice any behavior you want to monitor, you can use that. So with the ability to read codes and monitor real-time data, you have a lot of diagnostic information that can be really helpful for working on your car yourself. And before we wrap up, just want to point out that the battery does charge when you're plugged into the OBD2 port. So that's always good to know. And when you're done, just unplug it. And if you hold the power button, you can actually shut it down. So you won't drain your battery by leaving it on standby. And you're good to go. And that's the TOPDON ArtiDiag 600 Pro. It's a really nice form factor, nice and compact, a lot of features, a lot of brand compatibility, and the touchscreen and buttons are really convenient because when you're working on a car, sometimes you got gloves on, and if you can't use the touchscreen, you could still use the buttons right here. If you want to get one for yourself, I'll leave a link in the video description. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and to hype the video because it really helps me out. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. And if you want to see more videos like this, or you want to watch me work on cars, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.